bear with me. Good evening. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Kurt, Cam, Marcus, and the 1979 Canada Winter Games team. I know for myself it has been a great honor to be included in this group. I'd like to thank the BC Hockey Hall of Fame for putting on a great couple days. I know my family and friends have really enjoyed it. Growing up in the small town of Cranbrook, BC was a great place to start my hockey career. I had a great group of friends, and if we weren't playing road hockey, we were out spending countless hours on the frozen ponds. We would put a boot at each end as our net, and we would play until dark. That's where my passion for hockey started. For being such a small community, I was very fortunate to have many great coaches who taught me at a young age how to play the game properly. One coach who had a great effect on me was Colin Patterson. He taught me how to see the game differently and to always be prepared. After playing all my minor hockey in Cranbrook, I moved on to play in the Western Hockey League with the Medicine Hat Tigers. Moving away from home at 15 to pursue my career was a difficult thing to do, but I was very lucky to move in with a great billet family, the Brigdens. They treated me like one of the family. I spent 3 great years there playing for the Medicine Hat Tigers, preparing me for my eventual career in the NHL. Getting drafted by the Panthers was a big day for me and my family. I never dreamed that I would start my career in sunny Florida. We were an expansion team with little expectation, but a lot to prove. Our team was made up of a bunch of hard-working, unselfish players, guys like Brian Scrudlin, Scott Mellenby, and Dave Lowry, veterans who had played in the league a long time and knew what it took to win. These guys were great role models who taught me how hard you had to work and how to be a pro. In my rookie year, I got hurt. I didn't know it at the time, but I was going to be taught a very valuable lesson that stuck with me throughout my entire career. I happened to be hurt at the same time as a veteran player by the name of Keith Brown. When you're hurt, you spend a lot of time training and staying in shape with the guys that are injured at the same time as you. Keith Brown was 35, which I thought was ancient, as I was only 18 at the time. Here I thought I'd be skating laps around this guy and burying him on the bike, but little did I know. This guy's work ethic and physical conditioning was a big reason he stayed in the league so long. Needless to say, from the first day of being crushed on the bike by him and getting lapped on the ice, it was a long 6 weeks, and I couldn't wait to get healthy again. I learned a very valuable lesson about what it took to play in the league and how hard you had to work to stay there. I've worked with many great coaches in my NHL career, from Roger Nilsson, who taught me how to play at both ends of the rink, to Lindy Ruff and Jacques Lemaire, who always had us prepared for every game. A big part of your team is your training staff, and over the years I've worked with many trainers who have become great friends. They act as part psychologist and part physical therapist as they work with you through tough injuries and get you healthy and ready to play again. I think the 2 people that deserve the most credit for my success are my parents. My dad was manager of many of my teams growing up, and he spent countless hours organizing games, tournaments, and road trips. This enabled us to play other top quality teams around the province. He taught me the value of hard work and to never make excuses. My mom was always there encouraging and teaching us. She would get us up early to shoot pucks. She taught power skating and would pick us up from school at lunch hour so we could get extra ice time in. She also put us in figure skating. She really stressed the skating aspect to hockey. I was very thankful for that, as it proved to be very beneficial throughout my career. My parents took us to many great hockey schools, such as the Okanagan Hockey School, which I attended for 4 years, and Notre Dame, Saskatchewan, to name a few. When you're a young kid, you don't realize how much time and effort your parents put in so that you could have the opportunity to play the game you love. I know I wouldn't have fulfilled my dream without you guys, so thank you. I was able to make the finals twice, but the first time I didn't appreciate it enough, and the second time we were facing my brother in the New Jersey Devils. Me being the younger brother and the fact that he had already won a couple cups, I thought he would make it a little easier on our team. Little did I know that he was going to dominate the series. I was never a big fan of the saying, if you can't beat them, join them, but that series may have changed my mind. After playing at the World Championships with Scott in 2004, we talked about playing together before our careers ended. I had a lot of great teammates over the years, but the highlight of my career was being able to play with my brother Scott. He was always there to talk to and for advice. He's a very humble person and a great role model, so thank you. I waited a long time to win the Stanley Cup, and I learned that you have to be good, but you also have to be lucky. You have to have a lot of quality people in your organization. In 2007, we had that in Anaheim. I want to thank Bob Murray, Brian Burke for putting together a great team, Randy Carlisle, Dave Farish, and Newell Brown for having us prepared, and of course, all of my teammates for their sacrifices that they made. I was very lucky to have a very loving and supporting wife. It meant a lot to me to know that you were there watching my games. I never had to worry about anything at home as I knew you were there to looking after it. I know it wasn't very smart to start you off in sunny California and end my career in snowy Buffalo, but you never complained once. So thank you, and I love you. To my 3 daughters, Brooke, Reese, and Josie, they're sound asleep, I think, right now, but I couldn't have asked for better kids. I'm very proud of you guys. After a tough loss, all I needed was a hug and a smile from you to forget about it. I want to thank all my friends and family who made the trip to Penticton to support me tonight. It means a lot to have you guys here. I feel very blessed to have played 17 years in the NHL. Hockey has been a huge part of my life for a long time. I've had a chance to represent my country. I've had the opportunity to travel many parts of the world and had the Stanley Cup handed to me from my brother. The thing I will miss the most is competing alongside my teammates and the camaraderie I shared with them. I just wish that 17 years didn't go by so quickly. Thank you.